Hi guys, I am Malashree Lature from E2E Hiring Mentorship Program. Today we are covering with the difference between ET controller versus ET REST controller annotation in Spring. Uh, we have some major differences between ET controller annotation and REST controller annotation. First one is ET controller is used to mark class as a Spring MVC controller, and yet REST controller annotation is a special controller used in RESTful web services, and it is the combination of it controller and a response body annotation. And it is a specialized version of it component annotation, and the REST controller is a specialized version of it controller annotation. And in at controller annotation, we can return a view in Spring Web MVC, but in REST controller annotation, we cannot return a view. In at controller, we need to use at response body in every handler methods. In REST controller, we don't have to use at response body on every handler methods. And at controller was added to the Spring 2.5 version, and it REST controller annotation was added in Spring 4.5 version. So we have seen some major differences between at controller versus and REST controller annotation. I can show you the example of at controller annotation where you're using in a request mapping, right? Here, this is a REST controller I am using in my course controller, right? I am creating a course model. In this model, we are creating a course controller class. In this class, I am using REST controller, right? So if I want to use at controller annotation, so I will hit this. If I only using it controller annotation, then that these method will not work. The REST API that I have written in a JSON, if I don't mark it response body, it will not return any URI, right? It response annotation body is to required to complete return. And also you want to know at response body why we require, right? This is required because our REST API is supposed to return the complete HTTP response to read, right? First, we can save this program to check whether it's working or not, right? And I can also test by using Postman. Without writing response body, we will get the URI or not, right? So here, so this is a Postman. I'm getting the course, right? And here I can get, okay, just a minute. So in get mapping we are using, right? Here you can see there is no data font, right? It's a 404 error. So first, now we can make that response body annotation, right? Now we can save again and run our program. Just a minute, it will take some time. Okay, now same URI I'm hitting. I'm not changing anything in that URI in Postman. Now okay, now it's run. So you can see the difference. If I'm using a response body, then it will show our full URI in a JSON format, right? Here you can see all these date tables are retrieved after using a response body, right? For this only. So now we can make. So instead of using a controller and response body in every handler method, we have used it's an advanced version of REST controller annotation. It is the just adding the I took a combination of a controller and a response body, right? Now I can save and rerun this program once again. Now I can find the difference. So here, REST annotation in a Spring Boot, we can see mostly we returning all in the JSON format. We have to create we don't have to create in every handler method using response body, right? To avoid this, we are using, see, now also the code is working fine, right? So to avoid to write every handler method on response body, we are using the controller annotation instead of adding response body and add controller. So it is the advanced version of add controller annotation. We are adding some combination of add controller and rest controller. These are the major differences where the difference between add controller annotation and rest controller annotation. I hope this video will be very useful. We will see you in the next video with a new topic. Thank you.